Okay, I've gotten a lot of work done, as you can see. I've gone through and made my little pegs that I'm going to be using, and this is the bottom piece. I've put the holes in. There are 9 here that are going to hold it to the bottom. My walls, my inner walls, are all completed. There's that one little bit there, and part of me just wants to leave it just because. So the woodwork, I went with the orange on this one, which I think pops nicely. Woodwork is done, and you notice on this one there isn't any woodwork on this side because this is the wall that goes up against the staircase. This is the kitchen, and the inside of the kitchen, I made this matches the other wall in color. And then here is the staircase, the large one. And I've added a few more pieces in, and you can see I put purple around the outside. I finished out this small staircase that will go on the second floor all the way up to the attic. I've added more pieces here, and I went ahead and put some matte varnish on it, and I'm going to be doing it the same way that I did these pieces over here. Let me see, let's move this, because I've got lots of pieces, parts, and I'm starting to put things together. Let's move this over, because I still have to, this is still a little damp. I'm going to do the white lines on this, hit it with another coat of varnish, and then I can start working. You can see I put the holes in this side. That's going to be going, hold on. And I've added in the windows. I still want to draw something on these, and I'm not sure what, so I'm just going to leave them as they are. The plastic is into the windows. I did not glue the plastic, remember. I just placed it in and then glued the outside trim frame to it. So they don't wiggle or jiggle. So the windows are in, and they are ready to go. Here's this one, because I think I'm going to do some more design work on these pieces, but they can be up, like attached to the building. So I am at this point, as I'm waving things around, simply waiting for some things to dry. Wow, this has just been cinematography all over the place. Waiting for some things to dry, and in fact, this does now feel dry enough that I can go ahead and put the pen work on it, let the white pen work dry, and then give it another coat of sealant, the matte varnish. And I've got my Gorilla Glues ready to go. I've got my tiny hammer, which I usually use with the bamboo strips, and you guys know from how I construct things, that the bamboo is just going to go through these pieces here. This edging. Wow, that is just really badly shot. This is just going to go straight through this, because remember, that's one of the reasons why I wanted this backing, this back part of the house, to be 1.5 centimeters thick. So once I get it in there, I'm starting with the ground floor, and I'm going to add one side wall, and then the other. Then I'm going to add the 2 walls in here, the 2 walls downstairs that make up the hallway and divide everything up. And I'm going to let it sit under some weights. And then I will move to the second floor, which will be the floors of my studio and bedroom and upper hallway. Add in those two walls, stick it under weights. And I still need to finish this piece up here. I have some things that I want to do in here, some more things that I need to do over here, some things that I want to add in, and some measurements that I have to do then for the top part. So hopefully by the end of tomorrow, everything will be glued together. At least everything that I have ready to glue together. The pieces for the roof, I cut this one, then I cut this one, and I may not use these two. As you can see, I did a double. But it depends on how the door, the two outside doors are going to be working. Because they're just going to be like cabinet doors that you open, but I'm going to be putting 4 windows and a door, a non-functional door, to keep with the Peter Hunt piece that I've modeled some of this after, that I'm kind of paying homage to. So, hopefully, either in the next part of this video or in the next video. Remember, I'm just being skitter biscuit about how I'm posting everything. I will be showing you how I'll probably have the bottom attached, this attached to the back wall and one of the other side walls, and then I'll show you how I attach that other side wall. Because I don't know that I've ever showed you how I do that. So anywho, thank you patrons, and I will see you in the next video. Well, maybe you'll continue to see me. Okay, I have to say, there has been so much cursing in the last the last hour or so, because I've gotten the ground floor glued to the back, these 2 walls glued in, both of these walls glued in, and this middle one. The middle one, the second floor ceiling / floor. Oh dear God, I was off by 0.5 millimeter on this side and 1 millimeter on that side in this section where it fits, and there was so much cursing and so much cursing, and I had to do a some really not, I'm gonna have to fix it, sorry, that's glue all over me. I'm gonna have to fix some areas. Plus, I'm going to have to add a baseboard in some areas where things just don't match up. Now, that's my own fault. I'm pleased, like, I have to say about 80% of everything matches up, but where it doesn't match up is just going to bug me. Like, that in the corner does not match up, and that really bugs me. But everything else seems to be matching up. I did have to take a little bit off of this wall because there is a significant amount of bow to this back portion, especially right there. And that's just part of working with recycled materials. You can see how it bows right there. I think I'll be able to coax it back into place, but you can see here where I'm going to have to make some significant fixes, and that'll include more glue, leaning things on their sides. These roof pieces I just tacked them into place because they're the wrong size anyway, and I'll use them for something else. So this needs to be fixed. There's some things that got dinged up. I need to cover holes. I'm thankful that nothing happened to the windows, but you can also see this is part of the bow problem too, that this piece is pretty straight and this side's pretty straight, but it's beginning to bow. So I'm trying to meet, it's going the opposite direction. So, while I have had a lot of fun building this, there are big lessons I'm taking away from it. I'm going to, for now, leave the stairways as I can take them out. Now, these are the two bigger goof ups. And I'm still trying to figure out how I did this, because I've got these little pieces, I use these to shim the floor up while I was starting to put these pieces into place. And these walls are just fitted in place. I wanted to make sure this fit and did a little bit more trimming on the back end. And unlike this one, the attic popped right in where I needed it to go. But I also learned a couple of really important lessons on how to make these fit. And I think this was a dumb thing to do with this stair stepping on a material that is very, very soft. And that was part of the problem with getting this to fit. And instead, and in future, I will simply butt these up against each other and nail them in, because I had to add a nail here to hold this into place while it glues, because there wasn't anything to hold it. But back to here, and you can see on the kitchen wall, I've got, it's still kind of wobbling, this area right up here, I've got, it's probably about 2.5 millimeters out here and about 2 back there. And then here you can see, if I can get this to focus, come on, focus, there's a gap here that I'm going to have to fill in. Now, one of the reasons why I kept all the papers and the little scraps from things that I used is because in case I needed to do any patching, it's not going to be fun. It's going to take me a little while. But I've got plenty of extra scrapboard that I can build some reasonable shims out of and then cover with the same papers to minimize how cruddy it looks, or the potentiality for the cruddiness. So if that makes any sense. But, oh, sweet mama jamma. I am... It was a warm day today. It was 27 today, so I'm a bit hot. So, before I finish anything on top, I'm going to shim these up next. And then get these walls and this attic piece, which just, thank you, praise Jesus, it's fitting right. And then I can measure out and put together the two pieces that are going to be for the roof. And they are going to have to be a little bit out of straightness, out of alignment. One piece is going to be a little bit big, and then I got to also figure out, I think I'm just going to butt these two up against each other and tack them across the top. And then this, I think I may just cut it straight across. But knowing me, I'm probably going to go, no, I don't like that. And I will probably cut it, instead of this way, I'll cut it at this regular angle and then sand it a little bit to round it off. Because I want it to fit more like this. I want these to all kind of fit into each other. And then the doors, there will be one door this side, one door that side, and a window. Really want to put a window here. A door, a window, a window. The door is non-functional. The windows will all be the same sort of window that I've put in here. Okay, so my brain is just about cooked. I need to go think about something else. So I'm gonna go work on something else online. Oh, so much cursing. So much cursing. For those of my friends that live around the world, you probably heard me. Okay. Thank you, patrons, for sticking around with me, and I will see you in the next video.